Hey Panthers, Miss Byrne here, and today we're going to be learning about how to find the area of irregular figures. Oops. So today you're going to need your pencils and your composition notebook. If you don't have that, please just make sure you have some kind of paper. We do have a worksheet that you're going to be able to follow along for the first part with me on that, so you might want to go ahead and get that out right now. You won't need your math notebook, but you might want to use a calculator. I'm going to really quickly show you how to find the worksheet. If you go to my website and go to today's date, this document will be there. It should be more complete than this, but for Monday, you're going to click on the worksheet right here. And this PDF should open. It does have some of the work we're going to be doing today. So we're going to do this part together, and then these two problems are going to be your assignment for the day. So you're going to need those 2 pages. The answer key is after that. So just a heads up. Here is some helpful information that you might want. So we have area of a rectangle is area equals base times height. So remember, you have the base times the height. Area of a triangle is area equals half of the base times height. So you have the base, and then the height is perpendicular to the base to that opposite angle. So, or the opposite corner. So it's going to be base times height. Make sure that's perpendicular. You also need a perpendicular line with parallelograms. Area equals base times height. So you're going to do base times whatever that perpendicular height is. Okay, so we're going to practice using some of these. So I'm going to go ahead and go to our worksheet. And here is our first part of the worksheet. So it says, find the area of each shape based on the provided measurements. Explain how you found each area. So what I'm going to have you do is I'm actually going to have you pause the video right now, and I'm going to have you try to figure out if you can use those formulas I just gave you to figure out the areas of each of these figures. These two should be pretty straightforward. This one is going to be a little more complicated, but it's really just one extra step compared to this one. So I want to make sure you are paying attention to that. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and pause the video and then we can get started. All right, so with this first one, we have a triangle, and we know that the area of a triangle is half of the base times the height. So I'm going to go ahead and figure out, well, the base is 10. Oops. The base is 10, so it's half of 10 times the height, which is 7.5. Well, half of 10 is 5 times 7.5. And then 5 times 7.5, I'm going to do over here. Feel free to use a calculator. So it should be 37.5. And then we have to put our units. And since there aren't any, you're just going to do units squared. Okay. All right, for the next one, let's see if I can be a little more organized. This is a parallelogram. Just making sure we're recording. All right, so for this one, it's just base times height. This is also 12, just like that is. So it's going to be 12 times 9 And 12 times 9 is 108. So it's 108 units squared. All right, so now we're going to go down to this one. Okay, this one's a little bit tricky, but it's actually not as tricky as you might think, because if I can figure out the area of this triangle, well, if I break this whole shape up, all of these triangles are the same. So if I find the area of this one and then multiply it, so the one triangle times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I'm going to figure out the total area. So if I have a height of 5.2 and a base of 6, it's half of the base times the height. Half of 6 is 3 times 5.2. I'm going to go ahead and do that out really quick. So it is 15.6 for this one triangle, but now we need to multiply. But now we need to multiply that by 6 to get all of them. So 15.6 times 6. Right, so it should be 93.6 units squared.